This event starter revolves around Hearld of Agony and the Herald Witch Ascendancy. As always, I try to make the build tonky as possible, because in this event there will be a random modifier every zone that will make the game much harder than normal. What's up guys, Budget here. Our main damage will coming from the Agony Crawler. When we poisoning an enemy, we gaining virulence stacks and our minion becomes stronger and stronger the more stacks we have. This has a cap which can be increased in various ways. We need to use a fast hitting skill so we can ramp up the virulence stacks much quicker. Ball lightning is an excellent choice for this, because it can hit multiple enemies at the same time with a single cast, and also it has a pretty frequent hit rate. The build is pretty tonky even in League starter settings, reaching 78% attack and spell block with very cheap gear. We can generate endurance charges pretty easily, making us much more tonkier on this physical and elemental damage. Shock and freeze immunity thanks for our Arctic armor and temper shield. The signal target damage is also pretty respectable and has decent clear as well. The clear is not super fast but not slow either, although there is a little problem with the clear. Sometimes your Agony Crawler go on his way or stays behind, leaving you alone for a little, which can be frustrating for some. With the Legacy of Phrecia relaunch, we getting a few buffs to this build. Minions deal 10% increased damage while affected by a Herald. This is now on every single small Ascendancy node, so this is 30% increase for us. Also, the Herald buff's effects is getting boosted by 50%, although this is not really helping us because the buff effect is only applies to the chance to poison part, not the Agony Crawler itself. As always in my PoE, you will find a leveling tree and how you can progress through the levels, and also the skill gems as well. As always, break down to level 12, to level 13, to Act 5, and then you can swap to the Hearld of Agony, because Hearld of Agony it's not available till Act 2, and also in early levels Hearld of Agony is not that strong, so the Agony Crawler we will use a different skill setup till we reaching this level. We will use Rolling Magma, but guys don't worry, we just only need to use this one for like level 4 or level 8. It's up to you which one you prefer, but at level 8 you will swap to Summon Raging Spirit, Midi Splash and Minion damage, so your Summon Raging Spirit will take care of fresh monsters and also the Act bosses as well. After you reaching Act 2, you can switch to Herald of Priority and also start using Absolution as well. And also don't forget to start leveling up your Hearld of Agony and raise Spectre gems in your second offhand, because the levels is very crucial for these gems and we will use them later on, even on the leveling and also in the end game setup as well. Our end game-ish tree looks like this, and I feel like this is almost the standard minion tree that you would take as a minion player, but I added a few extra things as always to the tree that is making us more tonkier. So we focusing on block chance and spell block chance increases, while we also increasing the maximum block chance cap to 78, and we reaching the cap very easily with a few nodes on the tree and also with a very basic shield as always guys. As you can see here, this is a very easy to obtainable, literally just use one single essence, you will getting a shield something like that, and just you can finish up with very easy craft or whatever you want really odds to this one. So the shield is very cheap, and also don't forget we have the Breach Genesis tree, so we can very easily print very nice items even on day 1 because we already know how it works. So the other stuff is guys, we increasing as well the maximum resistances, because the maximum resistance is very crucial as well, because the maps can roll additional extra damage modifiers as well. So the more maximum elementals you have, the less damage you will take, and also we reaching, as you can see here, 79, 79 and 81 maximum lightning resistance here. So it feels very nice to play, and also the block chance you will not really noticing when you taking damage, because you majority of the time just blocking it, and also later on you can just get Aegisaur to the build very easily to get, you know, energy shield block action and also even more armor and so on on. So there is so many options that we can take later on with this build. A few words about the Ascendancy, guys. So you already noticed, I feel like we have a very decent physical max hit, and that is thanks to the future guild, because this is provide us physical damage reduction. Although while you just leveling, I'm suggesting to you to take the future nostalgia, because this will add you, you know, poison chance and also very high chaos res, which is, by the way, get buffed even further than this, and also you now getting 150% increased buff effect. So early on this would be your choice, but later on when you can cap your chaos resistance, you can just take the future gear for physical damage reduction, so you will have decent phys max hit, as you can see here. And the next one is the Scourge, guys, because the Scourge is gives you maximum virulence test and also increased damage while affected by a Herald, which is kinda good. And also the last one is the Apocalypse, so you will gain +3 levels. And I know, guys, you would ask what sub-ascendancy, what you know, bloodline ascendancy you can take with this one, and there is a few very decent one. First, if you want to go even further, you can get otherworldly up agendas, so you will take less physical damage and also less elemental damage of your choice. Or you want to push even further with the Legacy of bloodline, so you will gaining even more, you know, minion damage when you reserving your life, although that is an entire different build. So, and also this is not even league starter viable thing, because you cannot go low life on league start unreasonably. So this is just another video, another entire build, I would say. But this is the two option, in my opinion, for the bloodlines currently. But honestly, guys, the thing is, the +3 levels to Herald gems is kinda hard to pass, because just look at this, 30% damage. You saying I don't care about 30% more damage. So this is my personal opinion. Maybe we will not even use the bloodline. You word about the skill gems, guys. So the damage currently you're seeing, it's with return projectile, right? The return projectile I not even enabled, so there is so many people that is saying, yeah, this is 34% more damage, and so if you want, you can just add that one to the custom modifier, so you will deal like 3.3 million damage around, maybe, right? So but honestly, this damage more than enough to just complete your 4 stones and kill Maven, Uber Elder, and so on. So this is pretty nice, and also pretty nice defensive layers as well, and also pretty cheap as well. Mata's teaching is absolutely cheap item. It's absolutely cheap item, and also the rest of the items is not even high tier or anything. It's so easy to get, and also even if you're not getting the Mata teachings, you can get like a +1 minion wand or something like that. So there is so many options, even if you don't want to use this one. Even if you're not using this one, 2 million DPS is more than enough to just complete your 4 stone, in my honest opinion. Very important that I forget to mention, your aura's skills are disabled, so there is no grace, no determination, no anything. Luckily for that one, we don't need to get reservation anywhere on the tree, although we're giving up a little survivability for that, because determination would be pretty nice for this build, right? But this is why I'm using the Hearld of Purity with the future get, so you getting 50% additional physical damage reduction. But so the thing is, you can use at least the Arctic Armor and Tempest Shield, because this one's is spells, it's not auras, so you can easily just add to this one to the build, get shock immunity and freeze immunity, and also get physical damage reduction with Hearld of Purity. But if you're not getting that, it's still decent, honestly, man. It's absolutely fine with this phys max hit, especially because we have a tons of block chance, right? And also we will increase the armor even further, so maybe we can get away without the Hearld of Purity as well. and we will use raise spectre gems, and you would ask what specters would you use. So the Carnage Chieftain is very easily obtainable at Act 2 and also Ashen Fields at Act 7. So this will grant your minion Frenzy Charge, which is, by the way, I did not even enabled. So yeah, as you can see here, your minion using C. So I'm not even padding the damage much further. So if you want, you can enable it with the return proj. So this is even more damage than you was seeing in the sheet. And we will use later on, because this will be maybe expensive, a Perfect Warrior and Judgmental Spirit, because the Judgmental Spirit will grant us Discipline Aura, because Auras is disabled, but the minion Aura is not disabled. So this will provide us, as you can see here, 700 energy shields, which is kind of good in my opinion. And the Perfect Forest Warrior will provide us Onslaught as well. So many good things for the minion as well, because once again, guys, as you can see here, I did not enable anything that is, I would say, padding the damage, because technically speaking, you could get these ones, right? But I don't want to inflate the PoB number. This is my planned build idea for this one. I mean, this is not a very revolutionary or anything, but honestly, every single time when I opened a Hearld of Agony Crawler League Starter PoB, it was with tons of uniques, tons of expensive items, and even very, very bad mox hit numbers and low fizz mox hit. So I figured it out. I'm trying to give a chance for myself to play it. And also, you know, Herald, I never played Hearld of Agony before, so it would be a very, very interesting thing for me to play a new build that I never ever touched, even when it was considerably meta in Betray League. That was very, very long time ago. So anyway, guys, this is my planned league starter for this one. There will be more to come. Till then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this league starter video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pridget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pridget. See you next time.